Well, I guess I did a good enough job last week that Chef Rossman has asked me back to Terra. This week, he's sharing his recipe for stuffed ravioli with burrata cheese and sun-dried tomatoes. Let's get cooking with style. Jeff, thanks for having us back. We're at Terra Restaurant in La Mesa. What I love about these ravioli is I don't have to make the pasta. I can use...
Easy cheats.
Yes. What are you using? Tell us about those.
So we're using these gyoza skins, pot sticker wraps.
I love that.
They make the square ones. They also make the round ones. Boom. Easy pasta.
There you go. And the ingredients are easy. At the store, heavy whipping cream, burrata.
Burrata.
What is burrata?
Burrata is it's a mozzarella that has a creamy ricotta type filling inside.
And then we've got the sun-dried tomatoes, which are great. And then everyone should have garlic and onions at home, which we sauteed and caramelized a little bit.
Super
Why don't
simple.
you show us how to make these? Because it looks really easy, but it always looks easy when a pro does it.
For sure, for sure. So I took the burrata and I chopped it. So basically it's mozzarella, fresh buffalo mozzarella mixed with ricotta, right? So that's the consistency.
And then this is the mixture of the caramelized onions, sun-dried tomatoes, and garlic.
And that's gonna go right on top, yep.
And you sauteed these first to caramelize them?
I caramelize the onions. Probably you want to do it on a high heat. So what you're doing is you're boiling off the water, and then once the water boils off, then the sugar caramelizes. So it'll take on high heat, and then throw in the onions so you hear a sizzle. Turn it down. It'll take about 10 minutes to do that.
Okay, and then
looking good.
What do we do next? Ah, the egg wash.
Egg wash.
And the trick here is what when you do the egg wash? Do you just use eggs, or do you put any water in there?
I put a little bit of water in there,
Okay.
but you want to get these going just a little bit, not too much.
Okay.
And some of these gyoza skins are a little bit thinner.
So you got to be careful, but it's really pretty straightforward stuff, right? Okay, and so now we've got some more of these little skins, as you call them. And
we have some more for the tops.
All right, so we're making 4 in your restaurant. What do you serve? 3 for an appetizer, what for a main course?
I would do 5 for a main course. My wife always yells at me about not having odd numbers.
Okay, and so then just press down around the edges like that?
Exactly.
And you try to get as much of the air out as possible.
Exactly.
Okay, and so the trick to these is not throwing them in the water right away.
Right, we're gonna let that egg kind of adhere to the pasta for just a few minutes.
Okay.
And so we're gonna let those go, and while those are resting, we're gonna make our sauce.
So Chef Jeff, what kind of sauce are you gonna be making here?
Simple pesto cream.
You know what, I have a pesto sauce on our website. You can go get that later, but you're gonna have a pesto sauce. What kind is it?
I have arugula pesto. I mean, it's super
I
easy
think
to make
mine
pesto.
is too. And
Is it?
so a
Let's use
reduction,
that one.
what kind of reduction have we got
So
here?
this is heavy cream. So you go to the store and buy the heavy cream. You can either whip it or you can reduce it. And by reducing it, what we're doing is we're concentrating all the butter fats in there. And,
Okay, how long?
Boiling. About 6 minutes.
And how much pesto?
And we're gonna put in, this is about a 1/4 cup of pesto.
Okay.
And it just goes straight in there like that.
Just like that, and just mix it around. I mean, how simple is that?
It is super simple. The only problem is that pesto has oil in it, so you want to be careful of the breakage. So you don't want it to get too hot. Okay. So we're going to let that kind of simmer while we're cooking our pasta.
Okay, and these are our ravioli.
These are our raviolis.
All right.
And they're just going right in there.
Is this is boiling water? Is it a rapid or a slow boil?
This is a slow boil.
Okay, and how long do our ravioli cook?
They're going to cook for about 3 minutes.
Okay, and remember to let them rest for at least 15 minutes, preferably in your refrigerator. Man, look at how fast those are cooking. That is amazing.
So now the cool thing is that we don't have to wait for any raw chicken, raw shrimp, or crab, or anything to cook inside. We already made the ingredients. All we're really doing is cooking the pasta and heating it up, and boom, there we go.
Okay, and so much like the other dishes we made last week, that was gluten-free. This is vegetarian, so this is really good. Wow, look at those, how nice they look. So we're at about, what, a minute now? So about 2 more minutes?
About 2 more minutes. I mean, they're looking like they're cooked. These are a little bit thinner than some gyoza skins, and so we might be able to pull them out after 2 minutes. I think we'll be okay.
Well, we'll come back.
So sauce is ready to go?
All right, Chef, about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. These cooked quick, right?
They're ready to go.
Okay, let's get them in the sauce.
Let's do it.
I love your little fancy strainer. Now, anyone at home would just use their own strainer.
Yeah, this is a little spider that we use here. So we're just taking these guys out.
Okay.
Let's see, we got 2. Here's another 2.
All right.
Now in the sauce, depending on how they season the pesto, they might need to put a little bit more salt and pepper in there.
Okay, and that's good. I leave some for the.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to take this, just put this right over the top like so.
Oh my God.
How does that look?
Oh, I'm going to eat some right now. And then one of my favorite things.
A little fresh Parmesan.
There we go. Look at that.
Boom, baby.
I love it, Chef. Thanks so much.
Simple.
So what are we calling this dish?
This is a burrata ravioli with arugula pesto cream.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so you're going to give me the recipe, right?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so if you folks want this recipe and all the other ones we're making here on Cooking with Styles, and today, Cooking with Chef Jeff Rossman, go to our website, cbs8.com. That's Cooking with Styles and Chef Jeff.